Welcome. This is the guided meditation and Tarot Angel card reading for Wednesday, September 29th, 2021. My name is Dr. Elena Michaels, and welcome. I would be so grateful also if you would subscribe below, and that way every Wednesday you'll get a new guided meditation and a new Tarot Angel card reading. They go up every Wednesday at 6 p.m. California time, okay? And you can enjoy them whenever you like, and you can enjoy them repeatedly if you like. So welcome everyone, and it's great to be with you. So tonight we're going to do a tarot reading and an angel card reading. These are unscripted. I don't know what cards are going to show up. I don't know what I'm going to say. I just kind of go for it and let's see what happens. And many of you send me messages and tell me that the cards are perfect and seem like a reading just for you. So that's the way it's supposed to be. And I'm very pleased to get those comments, and it means the world to me, really. So let's see. I think I'm going to start with my trusty tarot deck, and we'll see what the cards say. The cards let me know where we're going to go in the guided meditation. And by the way, the full meditation is on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, okay? So if it gets cut off, you can go to YouTube and see the whole thing. Alrighty, so we're gonna choose from this deck. Actually, we're not gonna choose anything. The cards that we're supposed to see are gonna come out. And I'm gonna shuffle them. Oh my God, whatever that was, it's this. And we're going to talk about it. Okay, it's this card right here. It's a Wands card. Okay, it fell out, so that means I've got to do something about it. Put my glasses over here. So I like to keep the cards out on the table here so that when I'm doing the guided meditation part, I can refer to them to kind of guide me along the way. So let's go back to shuffling again. We are surrounded by beautiful healing white light, regardless of when you watch or listen to this. No negativity or harm can come to us at any point in time when you're watching or listening to this. And so I'm going to cut the cards once and twice. And let's see what the card is. Okay. Another Wands. All right. We have the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Wands. That was the one that fell out. I think I'm going to cut the cards one more time. I'm hearing in my head, cut them one more time and take the deck, the card that's on the top of the deck. Okay, well, there we go. Now we have a Queen of Cups. All right, so I'm going to talk about these cards and tell you a little bit about them. I'll put the rest of the deck up. And let's see what's cooking in the tarot world about where we're going to go. All right. I'm kind of doing the red thing tonight, if you hadn't noticed. What do you think? You think they're too much? I don't know. They're so fun. I just love these. Gotta wear red lipstick when you're wearing something like this, right? Okay. The first card was the Eight of Wands. All right, so here's the Eight of Wands. Now, in the tarot, Wands are always air and breath and ideas, okay? So what this Eight is, first of all, Eight is this and this, okay? It's two circles on top of each other. So it's kind of a balanced energy, but these are flying through the air. There's a lot of ideas flying around here, a whole lot of ideas. And there's plenty of space for them to be created because as you see here, it's a pretty open area. You know, there's no town or anything like that. It's just open area. And there's a lot of water here. So water is subconscious mind. So there's a lot of things sprouting out, see the sprouts, in the subconscious mind that are going to land someplace and come to fruition. At this point, they're just flying around, but they will solidify, you will see. And if you get overwhelmed with what's coming at you, see, these are kind of coming at you. If you get overwhelmed by what's coming at you in life, or in any situation, stop and breathe, okay? Your breath is your anchor. Your breath is what grounds you. We have another wand here. The yawning is starting with me. It might be starting with you also. Again, the eye tearing, the yawning, the clearing of the throat, the coughing, the, just all of that is just a notification that the brainwaves are slowing down and that the energy is starting to come through. And I'm sure some of you feel this also. And yourselves. So here we have the 7, okay? Now 7, of course, comes right before the 8. This was the 8. This fell out of the deck. And then this was drawn. This is, look at this guy. You see how he's standing on 2 platforms, and then there's water in between? He's like navigating his way over this, all these things, and it looks like he's kind of like trying to keep things at bay. This is about a lot of things happening at once. There's a lot of things going on that are kind of happening at the same time, and he's trying to kind of like get his bearings and stay grounded. Now remember, these are ideas. This is wands. This is creativity. And his expression is a little concerned. Look at his expression. He's like, oh, crap. All this stuff is going on at once. But he's got in his hand a sprouting wand. Okay, so he's got a tool, and wands are breath. I told you that. So he's holding in his hand a wand, and that is the message to hold on and stay in your breath, and you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. The next card that came up was this one. This is the Queen. She's the Queen of Cups. Cups are water. Look at the water around her. And remember, here we had water. Here we have water. This guy's kind of navigate his way and keep his balance above that water. See, his feet are both on land, but it's like he's trying to keep it together. You know what? This is Mercury Retrograde right now. I don't know if you've noticed this, but we're going to be in Mercury Retrograde, I think, till mid-October. It's intense. You know, Mercury Retrograde means Mercury's communication, okay? So Mercury Retrograde is about miscommunications, misunderstandings, showing up for an appointment and being the wrong time, computer glitch issues, missed phone calls, misunderstandings. That's what it's kind of like. And we're going to be through with this. This is a time to not make radical decisions. This is a time to kind of like let things bubble up from the subconscious. Let them bubble up, okay? And when Mercury goes direct, you'll know exactly what to do to put into place. Right now, no big decisions. Mid-October, after Mercury goes direct, you'll know what to do. Right now, just let the ideas flow, okay? So here we have the Queen of Cups. Now, Cups is water and emotions, all right? Now look at her. This actually is a woman who is fair-haired, often a redhead. Hello. And she is sitting on a throne in water, but she's on land. And she's got a cherub on her throne right here. And she's holding an urn. Urns hold things, right? So she's holding on to some energy. And she's wearing white. So she's coming from the purest place. And look, there's cherubs there and there. And then this is like almost like the inside of like a seashell or something. So she's grounded and she's centered and she's sitting there on this concrete thing, but she's on the edge of all this subconscious stuff. And this subconscious stuff, again, she's focusing on what she's holding. She's holding something that is very special, and look at her face as she's looking at it. She's focusing on what she's holding. Now, she's a female, okay? What do females do? They give birth to things, okay? She's holding on to something that she's focusing on. We don't know what's in there, but she thinks it's pretty important to hold on to it, and she's focusing on it. So at some point, she's going to release what's in there and give birth to what's in there. And that applies to every single person watching this and listening to it whenever you watch or listen to it, because you are going to give birth to something as well, whether you're, however you present, you know, whatever gender you present, males, females, everybody has, see, here's the clearing throat thing. Everybody has a female part of themselves that's a creative part of themselves, and that is going to be giving birth to something very soon. It's right now covered up, but it's going to be given birth to very soon. Okay, so those are those 3 cards from that deck. Now, I think I'm going to go to a different deck. Let's go to this one. Let's go to an Archangel Oracle card. Okay, and see what's going on here. These are Archangel cards, so they have names of the archangels. So we're going to see what's going to show up here and shuffle this deck. For more substantiation, more validation, more explanation, and more clarification. A lot of shins, right? Here we go. By the way, do you know what the letter shin looks like? S-H-I-N in the Hebrew language? It goes like this, and it's got a line in the center. It kind of looked like a W. And remember last week we had the struck tower, it had a big W in the sky. W for wisdom. So we're asking now for more wisdom, clarification, substantiation, validation, and explanation. Shins. Cutting once, cutting twice. And let's see what we got here. Who's going to show up? Okay. I love this image. I love this image. This is Counselor, okay? So let's see what this has to say. This is Archangel. They all have names. Remember I told you that? This is Archangel Azrael. A-Z-R-A-E-L. Azrael. And it says Counselor. Archangel Azrael says, you are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. This is not about me, okay? This is every one of you. If you're watching this, every one of you is a counselor, okay? Every one of you can help people around you. Every one of you can provide wisdom or guidance to someone who needs it and make a profound difference in their life, even if it happens one time. Okay, I'm going to read to you about this, and the booklet is right here. Counselor, Archangel Azrael. Counselor, C-O-U-N. Additional messages from this card. Your life purpose involves counseling people in ways that uplift, motivate, comfort, heal, and inspire. Now, there are many professions that do that, and they're not all counselors, okay? Contractors, musicians, playwrights, actors, directors, teachers. You know, we're all counselors. All of us are counselors. So I'm going to finish reading this to you. Ways that uplift. That's the releasing part here, the yawning part. Motivate, comfort, heal, and inspire. You're a true spiritual counselor, and people find you to be a trusty confidant. Expand your counseling work to the next level because you're about to help greater numbers of people. Call upon me for guidance and support. Azrael. Azrael. Think of those vowel sounds. Az. Working with Archangel Azrael. Azrael's name means whom God helps. And he helps, by the way, here he is, see? He's over her, see? See him? He's helping her. She's holding her arms up and she's looking up and he's coming in and helping her. See, he's surrounded by golden light. He helps those who are helpers, doctors, veterinarians, nannies, etc., etc. He helps those who are helpers. He's particularly interested in helping counselors who work with the grieving or dying. Ask Azrael to guide your words and actions during counseling sessions, and he'll help you remain patient and compassionate. He can also help you enter... excuse me, this is just what happens. Ask Azrael to guide your words and actions during counseling sessions. That means whenever you're talking to someone who needs some help, okay? And he'll help you remain patient and compassionate. He can also help you enter the counseling profession and guide you towards schooling, internships, and a wonderful counseling practice. Pretty cool card. Everyone's a counselor. Everyone is a counselor. We all have the power to help and to help other people see things clearly and help them find their way through distressing and challenging situations. Okay, you don't need a degree to do that. All right? All right. Many of you are just those kinds of people in life anyway. You know, I mean, yes, I have degrees to do that, but I did that kind of stuff before I ever got the degrees. I just was like that. And you're like that too. I'm sure you are. If you're watching this and you tune into this channel, you're that kind of a person. You are, as what we call, indigos. Indigos are not just children. Indigos are people who feel like they have a mission on this planet and they want to make a positive change on the planet. And they want to help people make a positive change. Okay, so I'm going to choose an Indigo Angel card next. Indigos are very sensitive, very empathic. That's different than being empathetic. They're empathic, they're empaths, okay? That means they can feel deeply. If you're telling an empath something and you don't have a response, or you're numb and they have tears in their eyes, they are carrying and expressing your emotion because you're not owning it. Or if you are being emotional, they'll be emotional with you because they feel it. They're not trying to be that way. They're not trying to be emotional with you. They just are. They just can feel your energy and can be there with you. So that's a little bit about indigos. Any age, I mean, any age. Not just young children. There's this thing about indigo children. You know, a lot of the children are indigos, but it's not limited to just being children. Okay, this is a really pretty deck. See, it's got that iridescent silver there. All right, so let's see what's cooking here. Come on, indigos. Give us a little bit of insight here. Insight into the indigos. Indigo. Indigos can merge really easily with other people too. They have to work hard on their boundaries. What's the word? Indigo. It's kind of like in they go. They can go into somebody else really easily and lose themselves. That's why indigos have to really get it together with their boundaries and shield themselves on a regular basis. And that takes a long time to learn how to do. But you can start wherever you are now. Okay. All right, substantiation, clarification, validation. Here we go. Pick a card right now for us. We had this the other night. We had this last week, actually. Apologize. You know, apologize. You know what? We're human. Everybody makes mistakes. What's important is that you access the fact that you are a human. Get out of your spiritual ego. Get out of your ego and take responsibility for yourself when you do things that are inappropriate, when you say things that aren't nice. I mean, sometimes our nerves get fried, sometimes we're overwhelmed, sometimes we're stressed. This is an overwhelmed card. This is an overwhelmed card. And sometimes we say things and we're short with people. And apologize. It's just about being human. Okay? I'm going to read to you about this card. Let's see, apologize. You know, you can always tell a person how a person's character is when they're with people who can't help them, or when they're with people who they think are below them. You know, how they talk to food servers, how they talk to, you know, the clerk at the store. It's really important to notice the character of someone by how they talk to people who cannot help them, because they talk to people who can help them in a very different way. So authenticity, I'm big on authenticity. I like people to just, you know, be congruent. You know, say you're going to do something and then do it. Don't say you're going to do something and spend a bunch of energy just for the heck of saying something, because in the moment it sounds good or it makes you look good. Don't say it unless you're going to do it. Follow through. Follow each vibration till its completion. That doesn't mean that you're throwing a bunch of plates in the air. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, or let's do this, let's do that. No. Say what you are going to do, and if you're not going to do it, don't even say it. So here we go to apologize. Authenticity means that you do what you say you're going to do. Inauthentic people say things and then don't do them. They don't follow through. They don't follow the vibration through. They just spin the energy out there, and it's just kind of a waste of energy, really. Okay, apologize. This card asks you to take the high road in this situation and apologize to either the people involved, if applicable, or yourself for the things that have been bothering you. Your honesty and fiery indigo nature may inadvertently lead you to say things that might hurt others' feelings, like I said a little while ago, especially when you're overwhelmed. That's why when you're overwhelmed, it's really important to do things like listen to these audios, which allow you to dump the junk and just kind of decompress. Very, very important that you do that on a regular basis. And some people who do it on a regular basis get to that place where they can feel like it's time. It's like they stop in the day and they go, okay, I need a break. I need a decompression time. I need to listen to an audio and dump stuff that isn't really necessary. And then they're cleaner and lighter afterwards. Your honesty and fiery indigo nature may inadvertently lead you to say things that might hurt others. Saying you're sorry is one of the best ways to let the pressure off yourself and diffuse tension. Even if you perceive that you've done nothing wrong, the angels ask you to apologize in general for any disappointment or frustration that arose. Be sure to have an honest discussion with yourself or the other person about the underlying feelings that led to the conflict. That's not about making an excuse for your behavior. That is simply about explaining why you behaved badly or said the things you said that weren't so nice. The angels certainly don't want you to cover up your true emotions. No, and you know, see, we're in Mercury Retrograde, and Mercury has to do with communication. So that's why it's really important to have an honest discussion with yourself or the other person about the underlying feelings that led to the conflict. The angels certainly don't want you to cover up your true emotions. Know that while saying you're sorry may not be easy or even seem fair, In this situation, it's being asked of you sorry, excuse me. It's being asked of you because it serves a higher purpose. This is a lesson for you to put aside your pride and do something for the greater good. So, apologize even if it's not your fault. Apologize that it came down that way. Apologize that it happened that way. Apologize for what transpired. Just apologize that it happened. I'm sorry that happened between us, whatever it is. I apologize for that happening between us. Even if it wasn't your fault, you're apologizing and putting it out in the universe and changing the vibration a little bit in the universe by saying, I apologize for that happening between us. It just soothes it over, smooths it over a little bit. And so don't get into the ego place. Well, it wasn't my fault. I don't have to say anything. It's their fault. No, it happened and you were in the situation, and it happened in the situation you were in. So it's okay for you to apologize. All right, I'm gonna go with one more here, and that's, I like this deck a lot because this is the Healing with the Angels deck, because it's one word and it kind of ties it all together. So let's shuffle these cards and shuffle this deck and tie it all together with one word, okay? One word. Here we go. Substantiation and clarification, validation and explanation. Okay, 1, 2, 3. One word. One word to culminate the whole thing and tie it up with a nice little bow. Retreat. Alrighty. Retreat is the perfect thing to do during a Mercury retrograde. Retreat. Go within. Think about what your next move is. Don't make it. Just let those ideas flow and let them kind of gestate for a while. And when Mercury goes direct, you'll know just what to do. So, retreat. See? A really good way to retreat is to be in nature. I did that tonight. I went on a long walk and I was completely quiet. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't call anyone. I didn't answer the phone. I just watched the sun go down, listened to the nighttime sounds, and was very, very quiet. I felt like I was retreating. Retreating from the energies of the day, retreating from what had transpired, retreating to nourish my soul and feed myself on a deep level of being. And that happens in nature, just looking at the sky and looking at the trees blowing, and it's just wonderful. Peace and quiet, retreat. Okay, let me read to you about retreat. We've had this card before too. Spend some time alone in quiet thought. Clear your mind and focus on your truth and priorities. Are you pushing yourself too hard, beloved child of God? The angels remind us that rest is a natural cycle in every living thing. Think of the mighty oak tree that grows in spurts and then rests. It draws its nourishment, from deep within the earth and takes its time before growing upward again. Like the oak tree, it's important for you to nourish yourself with spiritual and emotional food. While you are resting, take time to reflect on your heart's true feelings and desires. Your angels speak to you through your heart. And when you listen to and honor your feelings, like I was talking about before, honor your feelings. You walk hand in hand with God and the angels. You will know that it is true divine guidance and not just your imagination or wishful thinking if it speaks of your desire to make a difference in the world. If it speaks of your desire to make a difference in the world, you'll know it's coming from the right place. Well, we have a lot of cards that we just read, so we're going to stop now and do the guided meditation. All right? I'm just going to look at the clock right now so that I'm ready. And I've got all the cards laid out here in the order that they came, so I know where to go in the guided meditation. And we're going to begin momentarily right now. And so we begin the guided meditation. Any sounds that you hear that you recognize as normal, everyday sounds don't disturb you in any way. Allow your eyes to close gently as your body begins to relax and let go. Easily and gently, every exhalation carries away any worries, any concerns, any doubts, any fears, any frustrations, any feelings of behaviors that you've exhibited or words that you've said that are not from the highest place. Exhale away all the concerns about those, the embarrassments about those. We all want to always come from the highest vibration. Sometimes when we are overwhelmed, we revert back to automatic pilot, and we may say things that are on automatic pilot from programs of our past, things we heard others say to each other, or things we heard others say to us. The mind holds everything. And when we're overwhelmed, we often go on automatic pilot. And when we're on automatic pilot, we are not in control. The goal is to be a master of our minds and our emotions. With each sound of my voice and each breath that you take, you allow yourself to relax even more, letting go even more. Every breath that comes in is a calming breath. Every breath that goes out is a releasing breath. And that continues throughout the rest of the guided meditation. Relaxing more and more now, letting go more and more now. Knowing there is no place for you to go, nothing for you to do. Just take this time for yourself, a needed time to recalibrate, reboot, renew, regenerate. I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. Each count allows you to release even more, relax even more, let go even more. That's it. easily, gently, comfortably, and naturally. You may feel little involuntary muscle movements underneath your eyelids. You may feel a dryness in your mouth or your lips. You may have a tendency to swallow. Your eyes may be tearing. You may be yawning. All of this is natural. And this is a notification that your body is releasing, relaxing, and that your brain waves are slowing down. Your body and mind crave this. They crave this opportunity to release and to dump the junk. Dumping the information that is no longer necessary, needed, or wanted. Dumping the information that is in the way of, in the form of thoughts or feelings that are impeding your progress, impeding your success, reducing the joy, happiness, and comfort that is your divine right. So let your brain do the recalibration. Let your brain let go of what needs to be let go of without you even consciously thinking about it or what needs to be released. Know that your mind knows and that your mind will release those beliefs and release those feelings and sensations. With each sound of my voice, you allow yourself to go deeper and deeper, letting go more and more. That's it. You're doing great. Take a few breaths in and exhale through your mouth as if you're blowing out a candle with the sound of it's a hissing sound, like a tea kettle releasing steam. In essence, you are releasing steam. Steam is hot air. You are releasing the agitation, the hot air. You're just letting it go because you don't need it. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help anyone else. It hinders communication. It's not of the highest, so let it go. Know that you can't be perfect all the time. There are a lot of things right now that are overwhelming you. You feel that you have to fend for yourself and defend yourself against the onslaught of feelings, many of them which are critical about you, critical feelings of yourself, as well as critical feelings of others. Know and see that happening, and know that your key to get out of that space is your breath. That's right. The thing you always have with you, the thing you can control, your breath. Let the feminine part of you hold sacred the things that are about to be birthed in your life, the new chapters, the new beginnings, fall, a whole new time. This meditation is for September 29th. 2 and 9 is 11. That's a 1 and a 1. That's a gateway for you to go through to the next elevation, the higher vibratory frequency, a step above where you are right now. I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. Each count will allow you to release even more than the count before, even more than the breath before. Relaxing on the count of 5, even more. And feeling the relaxation moving down through your body, coming down through your shoulders on the count of 4, and out through your fingertips. The tingling sensation, extending out beyond the tips of your fingers. Continuing down to 3. That grounded sensation of feeling connected to something greater than yourself, to an energy and a force that is greater than the small, superficial person. Continuing to release and let go. Moving down on the count of 3. Continuing on that 3, that grounding sensation. Continuing and moving even slower down to 2. As the whole body lets go and relaxes more and more. Coming down to 1. Beginning to feel the relaxation and comfortability from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. Knowing that a part of you may be very interested in what I have to say, and another part of you may be very interested in going as deep as possible. And another part of you may be interested in taking a little rest. Going into Yoga Nidra, which is a very fertile state of being where positive suggestions can take root, sprout, and grow. In a moment, you're going to hear some tones. And when you hear the tones, allow your consciousness to ride on the tones, going even deeper still. Beginning now to go from 1 down to 0. Continuing to go deeper. And continuing to go deeper still. The ecstasy of letting go feels wonderful to you. The thrill of relieving your mind of cumbersome thoughts and worries that just take your energy, leave you feeling tired, spent. Let all of that worry go. This process will allow that to happen without you even focusing on it as you go even deeper. Imagine that you are standing in front of a sort of gate, but it's not really a gate. It's 2 tall pillars. E11, the gateway number. You are standing in front of these tall pillars. They are marble. They're beautiful. They look ancient. They are ancient. You are ancient. Part of you has always been here and will always be here. Allow yourself to walk through between the pillars. Look down at what you are wearing. You are wearing a white fabric. You are barefoot. The white fabric drapes around you in either a kind of toga or a kind of gown or tunic. You are walking through toward the pillars now, about to walk through. As you walk towards the pillars, you see there is beautiful white light right in front of you. And you know that as soon as you walk through the pillars, you will be bathed in this amazing white light. And you want to be feeling it. You want to be bathed in it. And walking through the pillars now. Feeling your body being infiltrated by the beautiful healing white light. Feeling your body dissolving into the light. So that as you look down, you just see light, but you know you're still you. You have the awareness, but your body has dissolved into light. And you drift deeper. Take some time here in this place of all wisdom, all experience, all learning, and allow yourself to absorb the high vibratory frequency of this place. Feel the joy, feel the comfort, feel the ecstasy of conscious awareness. Enjoy the bliss of being not self. Enjoy the bliss of merging with divine energy and light. Enjoy the ecstasy of that. Your breath will keep you centered and connected to the underlying situations and keep you out of getting caught in the surface appearances of overwhelm. Overwhelm is an illusion. Your breath will keep you grounded and connected so you can move through the illusions. Know that you are about to birth a new aspect of yourself in your life. New ideas, new creative energy from a grounded, centered place. Know that many people benefit from your energy. That is a great blessing. Apologize for any situations that you are in that are not of the highest vibratory frequency. Apologize just because you were part of it. Retreat. Retreat into silence for yourself. Take the time for quietness. Take that time. It's very important for you. I wish you many blessings. I wish you all wonderful things. Thank you for spending time with me. Until we meet again, namaste.